A vast desert landscape dotted with shimmering lakes creates an unexpected oasis amid endless sands. China's Badain Jaran Desert features towering dunes and mysterious lakes that challenge natural expectations. Let's discover this striking desert wonder and the hidden secrets lying beneath its enormous sand dunes. The Badain Jaran Desert. The Badain Jaran Desert is located primarily in the Alxa Plateau across the provinces of Inner Mongolia, Gansu, and Ningxia in northwestern China. Covering nearly 49,000 square kilometers, it is China's third largest desert and part of the larger Gobi Desert system. Positioned at an average elevation of about 1,200 meters, it holds crucial ecological and geological significance due to its unique desert and lake landscape. Recognized recently as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, the desert blends vast sandy areas with over 100 spring-fed lakes, creating a rare and diverse environment. It is also culturally important, containing ancient Tibetan Buddhist temples that serve as pilgrimage sites, symbolizing the resilience of human faith in the midst of an extreme environment. The desert's 5 wonders, sand dunes, singing sands, lakes, springs, and temples, make it a remarkable natural treasure within China. The unique landscape, mega sand dunes and interdunal lakes. The Badain Jaran Desert is distinguished by its mega sand dunes, many soaring above 200 meters, some reaching heights of over 450 meters, making them the tallest stationary dunes on Earth. These dunes are unusually stable due to high internal moisture and compacted sand layers, allowing formations of peaks, cliffs, and even caves. Nestled between these dunes are hundreds of interdunal lakes, spring-fed and with varied salinity levels, ranging from fresh to extremely saline. This dense network of lakes is exceptional for a desert environment and supports a distinct ecosystem. The combination of towering dunes and lakes results in a dynamic, undulating landscape that challenges typical desert perceptions. Geological and climatic factors shaping the desert and lakes. The Badain Jaran Desert's formation results from a complex interplay of tectonic uplift, climate, and sedimentary processes. Located on the Alxa Plateau, the desert terrain is shaped by the uplift of the Qinghai Tibet Plateau and ongoing desertification processes. Regional winds transport and deposit vast amounts of sand, forming mega dunes that have remained fixed for over 20,000 years due to moisture retention inside dunes and sediment compaction. The lakes owe their existence to subterranean springs that feed water into low-lying areas between dunes, maintaining water bodies even with hyper-arid conditions. Seasonal climate variations, especially low rainfall and high evaporation rates, influence the size and salinity of the lakes, the world's tallest stationary sand dunes, and their features. Badain Jaran Desert hosts the world's tallest stationary sand dunes, with some peaks rising to approximately 460 meters, towering above the surrounding plains. Unlike shifting dunes common in many deserts, these dunes remain largely immobile because the middle and lower sand layers have been cemented and compacted over millennia, forming solid sandy sandstone structures. The dunes' stability allows them to retain complex landforms such as steep slopes, cliffs, gullies, and caves formed by erosion processes. These massive dunes also generate the phenomenon of singing sands, where wind moving over dry sand produces resonant sounds unique to few deserts globally. Their immense height and geological composition make these dunes a natural wonder, attracting scientists interested in desert geomorphology and offering dramatic visual contrasts to the scattered lakes at their bases. Origins and mystery behind the numerous desert lakes. The Badain Jaran Desert's numerous lakes owe their existence to subterranean spring systems fed by groundwater from nearby mountain ranges. These springs seep water into depressions between towering sand dunes, creating more than 140 lakes with varying salinity and sizes. Unlike many desert water bodies, these lakes are often permanent even with hyper-arid surface conditions. The exact mechanisms sustaining this underground water flow remain partly mysterious, sparking scientific investigation. Some lakes exhibit seasonal color changes due to mineral content and halophilic microorganisms adapting to extreme salinity. The presence of these lakes in a vast desert area highlights a rare hydrological balance where underground aquifers meet surface topography, making Badain Jaran a natural laboratory for studying desert hydrology and long-term climatic shifts affecting water availability. Biodiversity and ecosystems supported by the lakes and desert. The Badain Jaran Desert supports surprising biodiversity in its harsh environment, sustained by its lakes and vegetated areas. These lakes create critical habitats for halophilic microorganisms, crustaceans, mollusks, and some fish species adapted to saline conditions. Surrounding vegetation, though sparse, includes shrubs, small trees, and herbs that form microhabitats for insects, reptiles, and small mammals. Larger desert fauna, including Bactrian camels, desert foxes, and various bird species, rely on the lakes as watering and breeding sites. The ecosystem represents a rare interplay between aquatic and terrestrial desert biomes, where limited water sustains specialized life forms, evolving unique adaptations. Human presence. Human activity in the Badain Jaran Desert is marked by nomadic herders and small communities who have lived sustainably for generations. These people depend on camels and livestock adapted to desert conditions, utilizing the desert's sparse vegetation and water sources. The desert also holds spiritual significance through ancient Tibetan Buddhist temples found near some lakes and dunes, serving as pilgrimage sites and cultural heritage centers. These temples reflect the historical intertwining of human faith and the desert environment. Modern efforts focus on balancing tourism and traditional lifestyles while protecting fragile ecosystems. Environmental challenges. The Badain Jaran Desert faces significant challenges from climate change and water resource sustainability. Rising temperatures and shifting precipitation patterns threaten the fragile balance between sand dunes and lakes, potentially reducing groundwater recharge and lake sizes. Human activities such as overgrazing and increased tourism impose additional pressure on this delicate ecosystem. The desert's lakes are vulnerable to evaporation and salinization, impacting aquatic life and water quality. Conservation programs include afforestation and controlled land use to stabilize dunes and preserve water resources. Monitoring efforts use satellite imagery and field patrols to track environmental changes, aiming to maintain the desert's ecological integrity and the survival of its unique water-dependent habitats in an increasingly arid world. Thank you for exploring the Badain Jaran Desert's incredible lakes and towering dunes with us. This unique landscape reminds us how nature constantly surprises and inspires. Stay curious and keep discovering the wonders hidden in our world. See you in the next adventure.